Welcome, Libra, to your monthly reading for August of 2018. All right, so let's look into what's going on with you. So we're looking to the first part of the month. So the first week, I feel that some of you are, it's like you're keeping your options open. I feel like it's two things where you're working on yourself. You're trying to be the best you that you can be. You're looking for that new start. But I also feel that you might have admirers or somebody that's trying to get to know you. And your romantic partner as well, or your love potential. Now this is for if you're dealing with somebody, you're with somebody, or you have someone that you're interested in. All right, and I feel that it's like sometimes they're very indecisive. I feel this person might be married. All right, they could be with that marriage. They could be, sometimes for some, that person maybe have wanted to propose to you. They wanted to be married to you or in a relationship, but that wasn't suitable for you then, and you was trying to take your time with it, maybe due to trust issues. Certain things were not right between you two, maybe financially, so I feel like you two broke away. But then sometimes you might come back, temptation for that other person to maybe jump outside of a connection to get with you, and that's not right because they have to sever that tie or connection first. That could be on both sides, but I feel like a marriage or something is happening, and someone is really stuck on the money issue. That with that being hardcore with that or stuck with that in their mind could cause a lot of stress for them. So that could be a lot of tension. Okay, and I just repeated that, a lot of tension. So sometimes they may get tongue tied at times when they get angry. Sometimes boiling with steam when they do communicate with you, or sometimes with the heated exchanges that you two might have, that might be something that's very tense. So I feel like that person, again, they could be married, or they have the plan to work to be with you, but something is blocking that progress. I feel so. Look out for them coming to you in some way, but you might not be ready for commitment because you're not trusting that person just yet. And I feel like you are aware of maybe a pattern that they might have that you really don't like. So there are some unhealthy things that are going on that they might need to change, that you might be changing as well. But I feel like you're on a progress of kind of transforming yourself and how you may handle that other person. So I also feel the second week of August that a lot of you may have manifested something new for you. It could be a job, maybe another person that you might be around that you could be getting to know. But I feel what is breaking you apart with you and the other person is issues of financial progress and stability. Where I feel like you may have been with somebody on 111. I was doing these readings and I never looked over to the clock just now, so I know my guides was like, look over. A lot of times that means that you're on it, you're tuned in, and you might be talking to a lot of you out there where there may have been somebody who was looking for somewhere to stay, or trying to be with a romantic partner that's going to always provide for them, but it's not a healthy thing to do. So someone could have been being used in a certain situation, and some of you may have needed to break out of maybe that particular pattern. Could have been an ex-partner that you have been dealing with who says, I'm going to provide for you, you can come stay with me, you don't really have to do anything, and you'll just be there. That might be an issue. It could be stressful for them and they don't tell you about it, but that could be the reality of it, and the fact that they might be dealing with someone who is unhappy at home, who could be very volatile and angry with you, whoever it might be, and that's part of what's going on here. So I feel like you have to relate it to what's going on, because these are general, but it's like that kind of situation may be happening with you and them towards the second week of August. So financial reasons and taking care of children, having to pay somebody back, those things might be going on. So trying to find balance is still kind of the theme so far. As we move into the third week of so look out for new opportunities, new job opportunities, working on schooling. Children might be involved in your situation, but new beginnings are there. Try to find some balance. And I feel the third week of August is where you still aren't really clashing clashing, maybe some arguments, maybe disputes, not agreeing on certain things, and never really finding common ground between both of you. So I feel that it's might be tough for you to communicate, even if you're working with that particular person. You might be around them, so a lot of you are making a decision whether you should still stay in that same company, whether or not you should move away from them, whether or not you should find something more suitable for you, because you might not be able to save enough money for what you do, for what you want. I feel like that's part of what might be going on. And yes, your romantic partner might want to give to you. So I see a scenario, maybe the third week, where a weekend comes and your partner might come and see you, or you go and see them and you give to them. Vice versa, something happens, exchange happens, and someone does not pay you back, or there's an issue of something going wrong, or something missing, not being returned, or something like that might happen in a certain scenario, and that's where you have a falling out, right? And I feel like that could be part of something that might need to change with whoever you might deal with, whether it's an ex or whether it's somebody new. But I feel like there's a crash course that might happen within something around, maybe around a car, maybe around something that you own, something that you might allow them to use your car or something like that, and they don't, pay for gas, or they don't, return it when they need to, or they're out doing something they don't need to. Certain things like that might happen. So that could be an issue. So some kind of conflict is there, and some of you might have an issue where you're dealing with someone who's maybe dealing with somebody else, about this, and they go see them, they travel to see them because they need to pay for child support. They might need to, help out in some way, but they always might make that an excuse of the reason why they might disappear and they don't come back. These kind of things could be going on. So be careful about constantly going through these situations over and over again. If you know that somebody is making an excuse of the changes that they can't make, something that they can't conquer, right now, everybody does things at their own speed and pace, but whether you tolerate certain things, how long you can withstand it, it just depends. So sometimes it's a decision that you have to make, whether or not to open up to somebody who you are well aware of and somebody who you might be anticipating. So I feel like this is part of letting go of the past and trying to forgive a certain person or scenario. And I feel towards the end of the month that good things might be coming, going well for you, even in career, but in love. I feel like there are opportunities, people might be around. I feel like also just doing your own thing, kind of disconnecting, doing you, and you might have a lot of fun because a lot of friends might want to embrace you, want to be around you. And even if you're a romantic partner, it's being detached and doing their own thing. They're a bit broken and kind of feeling alone because both of you are kind of doing that thing. So it could be that they're working, you could be working with them. Both of you might even be receiving attention, but both of you would like to receive one another attention, but it's not happening in the way that you want to. So that could be a bit tense, but a lot of financial things are definitely on the tables for a lot of you. But just take your time getting to know whoever this might be. If you're thinking about letting somebody else back into your life, be careful of what you do or what you get into, because that's your decision. You can always be open to other possibilities of reconciling and healing the connection, but be careful about the experiences that you've been through, which has brought you to a decision to disconnect, and now you are where you are. So this is a new month. See how things go. I hope that they align with what you might experience throughout the month. So tons of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the best, and you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. Have a good one.